"There's no reservation under your name, sir." The front desk clerk said it politely, professionally, like she was used to delivering small disappointments to strangers. But I wasn't a stranger. I was family. At least I thought I was. I stood there in the lobby of the Lakeshore Grand Resort in Lake Geneva, my duffel bag hanging off my shoulder, watching the woman click through her screen again. "Can you check under Carter?" I said. "5 rooms. It was booked 3 months ago." She nodded, typed, paused. "I see 4 rooms under William Carter, none under Ryan Carter." Behind me, I heard my sister's voice. Light, casual, almost bored. "This trip is for real family." I turned slowly. Emily was already walking toward the elevators, her sandals tapping against the marble floor. My mom stared at a painting on the wall like it had suddenly become fascinating. My dad adjusted his watch. No one corrected her. No one said it was a joke. No one said, "That's not funny." The clerk looked uncomfortable. "Would you like me to check availability for tonight?" she asked quietly. I didn't answer her. I was looking at my parents. They wouldn't look at me. And that was the moment I understood. This wasn't a mistake. I've spent most of my life being the extra piece. Not the problem child. Not the star. Just the afterthought. Emily was 2 years older, cheer captain. Student body president, the one teachers remembered. I was the kid who did his homework and stayed out of trouble. When she won a statewide debate championship, my dad framed the article in the hallway. When I made honor roll for 4 straight years, my mom said, "That's good, honey," while checking Emily's college applications. At 13, I broke my wrist playing baseball. My mom dropped me off at urgent care and left early because Emily had a choir solo that night. "She needs us more," my dad said. I learned something that year. If you don't demand attention, people assume you don't need it. So I stopped asking. At 22, when Emily dropped out of grad school and moved back home, my parents converted my old bedroom into her creative space. My things were boxed up in the garage. I was already living in Chicago by then, working 60-hour weeks at a logistics firm, trying to build something real. When Dad's construction business started struggling, I wired them $40,000. No questions, no conditions. When Emily needed help with credit card debt, I paid it off quietly. "Family supports family," Mom said. I believed that. I always believed that. So when my mom called 3 months ago and said, "We're doing a big family vacation this summer," I didn't hesitate. "Send me the details," I told her. "Lake Geneva, 5 nights, lakeside resort. Can you put it on your card?" She asked, "We'll settle up later." Of course. I transferred $18,600. 5 rooms. I didn't think twice. I never do. Standing in that lobby, listening to the clerk repeat that there was no reservation under my name, something shifted. "Sir," she prompted gently. I finally looked at her. "How many rooms did you say?" 4. "And they're fully paid." She nodded. "Yes. With my card." She checked again. "Yes, it shows your visa ending in 8,421. I almost smiled. So there was a reservation. Just not for me. 4 rooms. Mom and Dad. Emily and her husband. Their 2 kids. That was 4. I was the surplus. The flexible one. The one who could figure something out. My dad finally cleared his throat. "You could just grab something nearby," he said. "There's probably availability down the road." I stared at him. Down the road. Like I was a neighbor dropping by. Emily didn't even look back. The elevator doors closed behind her. I stepped outside instead of responding. The lake air was humid and heavy. Families were unloading suitcases, laughing, arguing about sunscreen. My phone buzzed. The family group chat lit up. Emily, pool first. A photo followed. All of them smiling in the lobby. No one asking where I was. No one tagging me. I opened the booking confirmation in my email. 5 rooms originally requested. The final invoice showed 4 confirmed. Modified 2 days ago. I hadn't noticed. Free cancellation window, 1 hour remaining. My thumb hovered over the screen. For most of my life, I've absorbed things. Comments, comparisons, exclusions disguised as logistics. You're the strong one. You're independent. You don't need much. But strength without acknowledgement starts to feel like isolation. I walked back inside. The clerk looked relieved. "Sir, I need to update the payment method." She nodded quickly. "Of course. I'd like to remove my card from all 4 rooms." Her fingers froze over the keyboard. "Sir, that will make the balance due immediately." "Yes. Are you sure?" I thought about my 10th birthday. Emily had a volleyball tournament the same weekend. My party was rescheduled twice. Eventually canceled. "We'll celebrate later," Mom had said. We never did. I thought about college graduation. My parents left before my name was called because Emily had a migraine. I thought about today. "Yes," I said. She processed it. The system refreshed. Balance due, $18,600. She printed the receipt. I took it calmly. Then I walked out. I didn't run. I didn't slam doors. I just drove. About 40 minutes down the highway, my phone started vibrating. Mom, declined. Dad, declined. Emily, declined. Again, again, again. By the time I stopped at a gas station outside Elkhorn, there were 45 missed calls. 45. For the first time in my life, they were looking for me. Not because they missed me, because they needed me. I finally answered. My dad's voice was sharp. What did you do? I removed my card. You can't just do that. I just did. You embarrassed us at the front desk. I leaned against my car. They said there was no reservation for me. It was an oversight. It was deliberate. My mom grabbed the phone. The kids were confused. This is supposed to be family time. I almost laughed. Emily said it was for real family. She was joking. No, she wasn't. Silence. Then Emily's voice. You're unbelievable, Ryan. You always make everything about you. I closed my eyes. You didn't book me a room. You could have got your own. With what card? She didn't answer. You're so dramatic, she snapped. You've always been sensitive. Sensitive? I remembered being 16, sitting alone at a school awards ceremony. My parents clapped louder for Emily's participation ribbon than they did for my academic scholarship. Sensitive? I remembered moving apartments alone at 27, while wiring them money for a new HVAC system. Sensitive? I'm not dramatic, I said quietly. I'm done. And I hung up. The calls kept coming. Texts followed. Dad, the hotel is demanding payment. Mom, this was unnecessary. Emily, you ruined this trip. I didn't respond. I watched families walk in and out of the gas station. Kids holding ice cream cones. Parents arguing about directions. Messy. Normals. Together. That word used to mean something to me. I drove back to Chicago that night. Got home around 1 a.m. Sat on my couch in the dark. My apartment felt quiet, but not lonely. Around 2:30 a.m., Mom texted again. We had to use a different card. This cost us more because of you. Because of me. Like I was the disruption, not the exclusion. I turned my phone face down. For once, I didn't try to fix it. 3 days later, Dad showed up at my building. He looked tired. We need to talk. I let him in. He sat stiffly on the edge of my couch. You hurt your mother, he said. I wasn't the one who left someone without a room. It was a mix-up. It wasn't. He exhaled sharply. You've always been distant. I almost smiled at the irony. I learned that from you. His jaw tightened. We thought you didn't care about that stuff. About having a place to sleep on a family vacation. About attention. The honesty stunned me. You didn't complain, he added. I didn't think I was allowed to. That hung in the air. He rubbed his forehead. We assumed you were fine. I wasn't. For a moment he looked at me. Not past me, not through me, at me. You were easier, he admitted. Emily needed more. And I needed less, I asked. He didn't answer. Because there wasn't a good one. Things didn't magically heal. There were no dramatic apologies. No cinematic breakdowns. Just slow, uncomfortable awareness. Mom called a week later. Her voice was softer. We didn't mean to exclude you. You did. We didn't think you'd mind. That hurt more than anything, because it meant they believed I would always accept it. I mind, I said. Silence. We'll try to do better, she offered. I didn't promise forgiveness, but I did say one thing. I'm not paying for vacations anymore. Another silence. Then a small surprised, okay. It's been 9 months. They double-check reservations now. They send confirmations. They ask if dates work for me instead of assuming. Emily doesn't make jokes about real family, and I don't laugh at things that cut. The biggest change isn't them. It's me. I stopped financing my own exclusion. Stopped mistaking endurance for love. Stopped believing that being low maintenance meant being valued. That day at the hotel, when the front desk said there was no reservation for me, it wasn't the first time I'd been left out. It was just the first time I walked away and didn't look back.